Happy Galentine's Day, a special holiday where we celebrate sisterhood because we don't center men in this household. And honestly, what use is a man in the year of our Lord 2026? Anywho, this year I'm putting together some blind dates with a book for each of my sisters, and since I'm a Taurus, I take my gift giving very seriously. We are gifting with mindfulness and intention. So let's start with sibling number 1. She's the eldest. She's strong-willed. She has a fiery personality because, big sister energy. She's also a lover of Brendan Fraser, particularly in the Mummy franchise. And she is deep in her romantasy era, which I cannot fault her for, because the only good men are fictional. To scratch that mummy itch, she's getting Empire of Shadows. This book follows Ellie, an educated, obviously, Victorian woman with archaeological ambitions because she's not afraid to get down and dirty. She stumbles across a map to a mysterious ancient city which may host a mythical artifact that some bad, very bad men want. To get to this city, she will unfortunately need the assistance of a male surveyor, Adam Bates, not to be confused with Norman Bates. Our titillating love interest. Why did I say titillating like that, you ask? Because apparently he has a hard time keeping a shirt on. Next, we have the Elysean Trials. What are Elysians, you ask? They're descendants of the Olympian gods with, you guessed it, god complexes. We follow Sarah Sinclair, who doesn't find these douche canoes worthy of worship, stays far away from their kind. Can't fault her for that. However, she is picked as one of their worthy mortals for the deadly Elysean Trials, and she just has to make it out alive and possibly also fall in love with a descendant of Hades. That's the dream of every Percy Jackson kid. Next, we have sibling number 2. She is my partner in crime, a connoisseur of literary taste fairly similar to my own, and she fears not the Omegaverse. This year, she was my +1 to the cottage.
Stupid Canadian wolf bird.
And she asked me, what sports-related book can I read that will allow me to experience the same highs as heated rivalry? Although I don't know if that's truly attainable, I told her, say less, because I have a book recommendation for you. She'll be getting a copy of The Jock. The book follows Wes, a closeted young man from Texas who is able to get away from ranch life by earning a football scholarship to the state's best university. The love interest? Justin, both a dancer and a nursing student, a multitasker, someone who is both sensible but also follows his passions. The problem? Everyone wants something from Wes, but all he wants is to love Justin, and eventually, in this type of situation, something has to give. I've read this book and all I can say is, buckle up, bitch. The next book has yet to arrive, so I shall insert a photo here for your imagination. The second book I snagged for her is a spicy political intrigue fantasy romance called Eternal Covenant. We have Ian, who is taken in by a powerful member of the church named Cardinal Brixton, because, nothing bad ever happens in the church. And he becomes part of the Knights Templar. However, he has a secret power that the Cardinal knows about, of course. But then Jack, a mysterious noble, finds out about this gift as well, and they start working together and uncover some corrupt happenings because, again, this book involves the church. Last but not least, sibling number 3, the baby of the family, the one who can do no wrong, the spiller of the tea, and the only hope for procreation this family has, because by now everyone knows my role in this life shall not go further than the cool aunt who is a mother to all of the fur babies. She is a lover of romance of the witchy and paranormal variety, and that is something that I can provide. Now, the first book I snagged is Hopelessly Teavoted. In this book, we follow Azriel, a man down on his luck. His screenwriting career has failed miserably. He's allergic to his cat, and he has to move back to the family manor because, Lou is the man who gets to live in the family manor. Back in his hometown, his path crosses with a childhood friend and former crush, Victoria, aka Vicky, and the owner of a tea shop named, you guessed it, Hopelessly Teavoted. But Vicky isn't just a business owner. She's also a young woman in debt to a devil because her parents promised said devil souls in exchange for their daughter being able to summon the dead. Make that make sense. And of course, Azriel and Vicky must work together to save their hometown. Shocker. Last but not least, I'm giving my little sister All Men Are Frogs. Our main gal is Zuri, a disgraced wedding planner. She fell for one of her grooms unintentionally, which nearly destroyed her career and proved that, all men are indeed frogs. She's offered a job with Fairy Godmothers Inc. and has relocated to a small town where she meets a gorgeous bed and breakfast owner by the name of Philip Charming. We see where this is going. Charming has a bit of a predicament. For the last 300 years, he's a frog by day and a man by night. Should he suffer longer? In my opinion, probably. Would that serve this story so that it progresses past these 300 years of torment? No. Would it bring me joy? Unequivocally, the answer is yes. But alas, the story ensues in which B&B Charming must see if he can woo Zuri and attain true love's kiss. I aim to please, and those are the goodies that my siblings will be getting, along with some cutesy little bookmarks that I've picked out, which you will probably see at a later date because these bitches need wrapped. And I'm still waiting on one book and a couple things to come from the Etsy sellers that I purchased. That's it and that's all, and we will see you next time. Enjoy your Galentine's Day, and don't forget to love and appreciate the women in your life.